thing. Thank you so much for doing the interview.
Yeah, of course.
We have a station Labubu.
Ah,
It's a real,
stop.
it's a real one.
I love it. He's so cute.
Yeah, so we have like we're making little clothes for him and then we're just like keeping him around the station. So yeah.
Stop. I
Um,
love that.
awesome. Okay. So if we could just start by saying your first and last name, your title and the company you work for, please.
Yeah, my name is Samantha Connell. I'm an associate editor at the Toy Insider.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, can we start by can you explain like how did like what are Labubus and how did they become so popular?
Yeah, so Labubus are these small collectible toys sold by Pop Mart, and they look like little tiny monsters, kind of. And they really gained popularity when Blackpink singer Lisa was seen having one on her purse. She had one of the keychain ones, and she was walking around, and fans of the K-pop singer noticed that she had this weird figure accessorizing her, her handbags. And so from there, it really blew up. And so fans can collect Labubus as larger figures, but the most popular version are the small blind boxes. So there's one in every box, and when fans purchase one, they're not super sure which figure they will unbox, but all the figures included are on the side of the box on the panel, so they have some kind of idea of what they could get or what they want to get.
Okay. And then right now, how rare is it to get these Labubus and why is the fake Labubu such like a big issue?
Yeah, so there are a couple places that consumers can buy real Labubus. This is Pop Mart's website, Pop Mart's brick and mortar stores, and Pop Mart also has basically vending machines that you can get them from. Now, these are the official places that you can buy some. They do have some partnerships with certain retailers here and there, like Walmart, but if you want to make sure you're getting a real official Labubu created, manufactured by Pop Mart and designed by their amazing designer who handcrafts every single one, you're going to want to go to these places. Now, that makes it a little bit harder, right, to find the ones that you especially want because the amount of places you can buy a real one are so limited, which means that people are making a lot of fakes. So these fake Labubus are often referred to as Lafufus, and you'll find these in a lot of random shops. People sell them on the streets. People will list them on different sites that are, again, are not through the manufacturer Pop Mart. And this is becoming an issue because these Lafufus are not well made. They're made with a lot of, they're not made with high quality materials, and so they'll come apart. They'll become choking hazards for smaller kids or collectors that have smaller kids in their families or even pets. And so it not only is deceiving the consumer because they might think they're getting a real high quality product, but it doesn't make the manufacturer look great because, people are attributing issues they're having to these fake products. So, and it also, is infiltrating the market with a lot of unofficially licensed merchandise, which is it's never great.
Okay, wow. Yeah, you explained that pretty well. Is there, okay, so when you're spotting, I don't know, I want to put it on a two shot. Okay, so when you're spotting out how to when you hold on, I want to reset this because I want to clip this.
Okay.
So when spotting a fake Labubu, what are some things you could look out or should I say, how can you tell if a Labubu is real? I have our station Labubu here. Is there anything here that you could point out to show us that this one's real?
Yeah, so there are a couple things that consumers can look out for when trying to decipher if their product is a real Labubu or a fake Lafufu. First, you want to count the teeth. If there are more than 9 teeth, that's a good indicator that that might be a fake product. You also want to look at the ears. If the ears are tilting way outward instead of, going straight up and down, that might be a sign that it was not manufactured at Pop Mart's facilities. You also want to look at the stitching, right? If there's poor stitching, maybe there's some threads coming loose, that could be a good indicator that it's fake. fake. Again, spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes on the tag, on the box, those are good indicators as well. And you also kind of want to look at the color tone. So typically, real Labubus have a more neutral peach tone. It's a little more matte, and these fake products will be a little glossier, a little brighter. And consumers can also look out for a QR code. So there should be a QR code on your Labubu that takes you directly to Pop Mart's website. Now, these Lafufu manufacturers are picking up on these trends and picking up on these indicators. So they are adding different QR codes that look like the Pop Mart website, but it really is not. It's just a fake one that they have made. And you also want to look at, all the different branding around it. So those are just a couple key things that consumers can look out for when purchasing their product.
Gotcha. Okay, what about the price difference from a La Fufu versus a Labubu? How much do they go for?
Yeah, so Labubus will typically sell for between, $20 to $50 each. Now, if you're seeing a blind box Labubu that is way, 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 way cheaper, almost too good to believe, that's an indicator that it is too good to believe that might be a fake product. So staying around the, $20 to $30 range, I think is where these blind boxes typically sit from Pop Mart. And if you're seeing something that's way astronomically higher or way, way, way lower, that might be a good indication that you are getting a product that's either fake or being resold, and these sellers think that they can ask you to pay something different, right, than what you really should be. So maybe stay around the 20, 30. Again, those go for the smaller blind box collectibles. There are different sizes of Labubus and different kind of collections that they have that might run a bit differently.
Is there anything else? I think we touched on everything. Is there anything else that you would like to mention? I guess what would be your just best advice to anyone that are on the quest to get their own Labubu?
Yeah, so if you're looking to find a Labubu for yourself or someone else, especially as the holiday season ramps up, I would really advise you to buy it directly from the Pop Mart website or a brick and mortar store or one of their vending machines. You are likely to get the best quality product from those retail avenues. And also, again, if it's too good to be true, that might be the case. So really be on the lookout for how much you're paying. You can do your research online and compare, which collection or series you'd like to have to what you're seeing, maybe, from a street seller or from someone else at a random shop. So, if you have the time to do your research into what you're purchasing for this product specifically because it's so popular, I would really recommend spending those extra couple minutes because it can make the difference between, your product falling apart as soon as you unbox it, or you getting something that you really love and desire and starting a fun collection. Because at the end of the day, this is for fun, right? These are collectibles, they're toys, they're things that you can use to really flaunt your personality, they're things you can use to connect with other people. So it's supposed to be something that's fun and brings you joy, not something that's supposed to be super stressful.
For sure. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Samantha. You
Yeah,
really
of
helped me
course.
out. And thank you for doing the interview on such short notice.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry
Awesome.
for my
Oh no.
room instead of the office. I know there's a lot of stuff back there.
Zoom interviews from all around the world, many different places, so you're fine. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Yeah, of course. Thanks. Thank you. Bye.